Alrighty, you guys, week 2 of our manager campaign, and I'm so excited to have all of you on here. However, week 1, there was like 100 people on here, and in 7 days, I'm not really taking this attrition. There's 25 on here, so I would love, if they're a leader and you have downline members on them, give them a text in a little kick in the butt that they signed a piece of paper and they were committed, and get their butts on the call. And if you just new people in the team or friends of yours just trying to figure out where they are, be like, hey, dial in. Like, even if you're in Target walking around, like, put your earbuds in, listen and learn. But I have, first of all, got to say thank you guys for making my type A personality really happy with the organization of that page. I think that it's really easy to find things. It's really easy to support you guys. Like, the energy's there, just the involvement. And we're super excited to announce, some prizes and giveaways for those that have been really involved and really engaged over the week and just really doing the action. But so proud of all of you guys. And I know some things are maybe easier for you, like to reach out and connect with someone, or some of you are much better with the follow-up once you've made that connection. Or I know some of you really loved to give the product giveaway, but scheduling a launch party was a little bit more challenging. And just know that we all are getting out of our comfort zone, and some things are going to feel easy to you, or some things are going to feel more challenging. But it's figuring out all the different ways to meet new people, share the Isagenic story, build relationships that is going to promote you to manager. And before we get into the nitty gritty of the call, if you guys didn't see Kristen Jenkins' presentation tonight on the Isagenic Zoom training about how to do a virtual party, they're going to post that recording in Isagenic's business tomorrow. But it was phenomenal. And I've heard people talking about it, but I couldn't really understand it. And our team did one, but I know where we can make improvements now after seeing that training. So if some of you had yet to schedule your launch party because you're like, oh my gosh, it's the Christmas, I don't want to clean my house, or everybody's sick, the kids are sick, or any of that where you come up with a gazillion excuses why not to do your sip-in sample, then I would do one of these virtual ones. I mean, it's 30 minutes of your time, but the enrollments and the rank advancements that are coming out of there, and just team up with a partner, but watch how to do that. And that's a great way for you to do homework. I think it was number 5 or 6. I don't remember, to be honest, without looking. But get it done if you haven't done that. And this week, and in addition to that, Isagenics is giving away like free membership codes, and they're giving you a coupon voucher for doing it. So like, why not? I mean, even if no one shows up, you're still going to get the product coupon, and you're still going to learn how to do that. So just a couple thoughts for you. But tonight, you guys, we are talking about how to launch an associate effectively. I think a lot of us love to enroll. I'm kind of one of those people, like each time it's like, yes, new customer, but your retention is not awesome if you don't know what to do with them once you get them in, right? And so we want to really tonight go through those steps and go through how to get someone effective, a product experience, but then also keep them in their business. But before we do any of that, we're going to do some recognition, and we've got some fun prizes to give away. So I'm going to turn it over to my boy Quinn and celebrate the mess out of some of you guys.
Heck yeah. Recognition is my favorite part because that's one of my love languages. I love to be recognized. And we always say recognition is one of those things that babies cry for it and grown men die for it. So, and I think one part that I'm most excited about this recognition as we go through it is, number one, I learned something from one of my mentors in the past of what it takes to be successful in this business is, number one, it's being capable. And number two, it's being wildly engaged. So tonight's recognition is completely around both of those categories. So let's start off with people that were engaged. And this goes back to the people that commented. Lauren and I did a raffle for each one of our teams. So people that commented in call number 1 takeaways. So people that were like, hey, here's my takeaways. Here's what I loved about call number 1. Here's what I'm applying to my business. And the 2 names that got drawn, the winners, both each get a box of Isa Delights sent to your house.
Hey, wait, Quinn.
Yes.
Should I throw a discllaimer out there? Maybe
Yes.
I am slightly Scrooged. Should they be present to the call to listen?
Yes, they do have to be present.
Or how about if they listen within 24 hours by tomorrow? Like, I don't want to tell them that they won. That means they have to either be on this call right now or listen to know that they won.
All right, cool. So if you win, your name gets, if your name gets announced here, you have to message Laura and I tonight to say, hey, I was on the call and I won. So
or listen to the recording by tomorrow.
Correct. There we go. So by tomorrow, let's go tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Cool?
Yes.
All right, sweet. So call number one takeaways, gets a box of Ice Delights. Lauren, do we want to do are we doing their choice of Ice Delights? Is that what we're doing? Their flavor, or we're just sending them a box of Ice Delights? Okay, send them a box of Ice Delights. Got it. Christina Delano, help me say the last name. Is it
Heimroth?
Heimroth. So, Christina, you were winner number one. Winner number two for the raffle, Jamie Anhouse. Jamie, you got a box of Ice Delights coming your way. Next one is anyone that completed all 7 tasks so far for the past week and put in the Facebook group of Go Manager Again, said, hey, I completed them on the honor system, did every single task for the last 7 days, also gets a box of Ice Delights sent to your house. Rachel Meyer coming in with a box of Ice Delights. Number 2, Katrina Lilly. Great work, ladies. Your business will definitely reflect the work that you've done. Next one, and this is the people truly doing the do, new consultants, and also the sponsor that created the consultant are each getting a box of e-shots, okay, coming from Lauren and I. Number 1 is Rebecca Shockley. Congratulations for going consultant, your very first week of being in the Go Manager campaign. And then, of course, Haley for creating that consultant and being one pirate away from going manager. So guys, Haley, she's coming for you. She's coming for that NYKO ticket. She only needs 1 enrollment to create that other consultant and Go Manager. Next one, top enrollers from the Go Manager campaign. And this is a big one. This is my favorite prize right here. The top enrollers from the campaign so far in week number 1 each get a 30-minute coaching privately designed for your business from Miss Lauren Sims and I. And we'll be scheduling that with you guys this week. So starting off here with the top enrollers from our team, Miss Melissa Reed and Rebecca Shockley. Great work, guys. Come in and top enrollers. And the next ones, here we have, and Lauren, you'll have to help me say the last names here. I think it's Michelle Baina. Is that right? Did I say Michelle Baina right? And then Stacy Jones. And guys, these ladies didn't just come in with a couple. They came in with 4 enrollments. So great work, ladies. Phenomenal work. Way to do the do. So those are the prizes, guys. Great work. I'm looking forward to seeing who's engaged and who moves their business forward with us next week, because Lauren and I are going to keep the prizes coming through this Go Manager campaign. So jumping into tonight's topic, starting associates effectively. And this is one of my favorite topics. I reached out to Lauren last week and I said, hey, Lauren, can we train on this? Because as you can see, people enroll people, but really what it takes to create any type of legacy business in Isagenix is setting up people well and setting up people that are going to be in your business for a long time, and also people that repeat what you do, the good things. So in order to do that, it all starts on call number 1, and that's where Lauren and I are going to dive in tonight, because I think that's so important to understand, hey, I enrolled them, but now what do I do? And I want to go through, Lauren and I are going to start with just a couple quick company tools that everybody can apply first off. And my favorite tool that I love to get people started on right away is nothing other than the Healthy Mind and Body program. How many of you guys, a show of hands, or put in the comments, you've done the Healthy Mind and Body program and you love it? Put that in the chat box for me real quick if you've completed Healthy Mind and Body. Also put in there real quick too so everybody can see, because we have new people on here too. Put in the comments, I've done it, but what you loved about it. Just a quick sentence, or it can be 2 words, just something quick, what you loved about Healthy Mind and Body. So for those of you guys that are brand new and you don't know what Healthy Mind and Body is, it's a program that was created by a gentleman named Rod Hairston. He was Kathy Coover's business and life coach many, many years ago. And Kathy Coover brought him into Isagenix to implement a program that helps people create a new subconscious identity. Lauren, you've been in the health and the fitness industry for many, many years, like I have. And how much of what we do when it comes to weight loss, changing who we are as a person, of that is emotion and emotionally. So much of it, right? There's a reason why we maybe got to that point in life where we're at physically and financially and career-wise and relationships. So what Rod Harrison did is he put together a 60-day online program where you go through about 15, maybe 20 minutes max of online personal development, helping you create a new subconscious identity around what your goals are, why they're important to you, and not just in weight loss or energy or performance, youthful aging or financial, but all aspects of life. And it really helps you ingrain your goals and identify why they're important and stick to them every single day, because so much of this business is about consistent action, whether it's a little bit or a lot of it. And Rod Harrison will help develop that and implement that into your subconscious identity. So if you haven't done Healthy Mind and Body, I promise you, you'll love it. Do it, but also implement it into your teams, because we find that people do Healthy Mind and Body, their retention goes through the roof. Not only that, but majority, I'd say 80% of people of my personal enrollments that I put through Healthy Mind and Body went consultant naturally. And that's just what the program did for us. So it's really, really helped ignite and reunite business. So Healthy Mind and Body, number one. Lauren, I'll pass it over for you for the second company tool.
Awesome, you guys. So the other one that we really, really want to get you excited about is the Isabody Challenge. And more than explaining to you exactly what it is, because I think that a lot of us know what it is, I want to spend time on how to increase getting people involved into Isabody. But for those of you that don't know, there's a 16-week challenge that Isagenix hosts. You send your before pictures in, then your after pictures. You have to order 500 BV within the 16 weeks. So it's just slightly higher, BV than what it's required to stay active a month. Instead of your 100 BV, it's closer to 125 BV. And then as a result of finishing it, you get a $200 product voucher. So it's not cash, but it's a $200 product voucher to reinvest into your Isagenix store. So who wouldn't want to do that? I mean, that the $200 credit doesn't also hook you up with BV, but most people don't care about that. Remember that we're building teams of raving product fans and just crazy happy product customers, and being able to show them right away how to get discounts. I mean, everybody likes something free. Everybody likes a coupon, and showing what wants to do that. Now, here's the thing, because people are nervous sometimes of who's going to see that, not just the company, but you, as their enrolling sponsor, having a husband or someone take their picture, is remind them that they don't have to be in underwear. They don't have to be in a bathing suit. A lot of times people think they want to, or a lot of people do want that transformation. But say you take pictures every day in your clothes, like wear jeans and a t-shirt, and then do it again. I mean, it's really for you. And to be able to say that, I always talk about the non-scale victory. For those of you that have never heard this from me, I've used to compete in figure. I've always been really athletic, but I've weighed, no joke, you guys, between 155 and 165 pounds at a size 12, 14 and a size 4. So I'm telling people all the time that you've got to move away from the scale, and you want to see the inches, because most people don't have a way to test their body fat. And they can see the inches. They can see that kind of when they get deflated, when they've been on Isagenix and that puffiness goes away. Or, someone who's in performance, the scale might not be changing either, but they're putting on size, they're putting on mass, and they want to be able to see that. One of the things I like to do when I get someone started is incentivize them right away. So that 500 BV, you guys, if they enroll in the Isabody Challenge, the night before the back office closes of the day that they enroll, that initial order counts towards the 500 BV. However, if it's after the back office closes, even less than 12 hours, 24 hours, if you enroll them at 8 o'clock at night and they do it 8 o'clock in the morning the next day, it doesn't count, right? I mean, that's a really important thing that you need to be able to tell people and help them so that their first order, if they buy a President's Pack, that's 320 BV, that's counting towards that 500. And so make sure that you're telling them, hey, by the way, but I like to set it up as a standard. I don't really give people the option, right? I'm like, hey, one of the things I'm going to do is help you grab a $200 credit from the company in a couple months. I said, I want you to just quickly send me your, before, after side pictures. I'm going to date stamp them for you. I'm going to upload them for you. I'll explain to you what this is all about. I know you're tired and I've already verbal vomited you all kinds of stuff tonight, but in, a couple months when you get this $200 credit, you'll be like, oh, I'm so glad she did that for me. Because here's the deal, you guys, most people don't have a newspaper on hand, and most people don't have a timestamp app on their phone, and most people don't want to be bothered with it. But if they can quickly just send you 3 pictures, front, side, and back, you already have their login information. You just enrolled them. No one has changed their password in that first 30 minutes. That literally just do it for them. And something I learned from my friend Melanie Quinlan, she'll drive to people's homes, in her neighborhood, or she goes over there. She's like, by the way, I'm coming over to do your pictures. And she gets all excited about it, She's like, you're going to love to have your transformation afterwards. And she shows up with the newspaper, she's ready to go. And being able to help people And the last is if I know that they're kind of uncomfortable with it, I tell them that it helps me. I say, hey, I know that you just want to be the business, but I'm going to pour into you. I'm going to do everything I can as your health coach. I'm like, I'm in this contest for a championship cruise right now, or I tell them what it is that it matters. I said, so it actually really helps me, but I don't want you to do something just to help me. Like, I'm all about give and take. So I'm going to come to your house right now with a bottle of sleep spray that didn't come in your order because you're going to be so thankful for this on your Cleanse for Life, but I need you to get in the Isabody challenge, right? Like, give them a little something that you have on hand. And you guys, sleep spray, here's a little pro tip for you. Buy 6 at a time, so always get 10% off. They're $9.95 before the 10% off. I'm constantly buying sleep spray. It's something I gift away when someone does their first cleanse day, when they go consultant, if they get into isabody. I mean, it's a $10 investment into your business. But know that isabody, the average BV is something like 185 BV or 187, as opposed to the low 100s, which is the company average. It's the best $9.95 you've ever invested into your business in terms of higher basket order and retention. So if you have never done an isabody challenge, y'all need to enroll tonight, because people are going to do what you do, not what you say. And you cannot be expecting everybody to get in the isabody if you've never done it. Okay. Number 2, get comfortable explaining it with people. And number 3, don't assume who wants to do it and who doesn't, right? Only if they have a lot of weight to lose, or only if they want to gain a lot of muscle, or only if they're insecure, or only if they're confident, or only if they need the money, or only if they don't. Tell everybody. I mean, Isagenix puts in so much effort to be able to create this amazing program. And again, it will lead to retention. It will lead to success. It'll lead to walking billboards, raving product fans, all these things that help your business, that create a standard that if you enroll somebody, you get them into Healthy Mind and Body, and you get them into isabody.
Love it. You know what else, Lauren, that I'm noticing too with the company lately is all the isabody finalists are people that are growing their business very, very strong, but the way they grow their business is through isabody. So if you look at like Alvin, right?
Yeah.
So it's complete isabody across the board, and he's a 3-star golden circle, and he's doing really, really well.
Yep.
Yeah,
totally.
So it's a phenomenal tool to get going with. And Lauren, I didn't know about the same day. You taught me something new right there with the BV. Really, really cool. So thank you for that. That's great. How many of you guys didn't know that? Just show of hands. Like, applying that. And I love how you sign people up for them, like in the isabody challenge. Like, send me your pictures. Let's get it in. Let's get it done. You're in the isabody challenge. You're not even waiting. Way cool.
Got to be a little bossy in this business. Look at the top earners. Like, look at the top income earners right now. Like, look at Trudy Maples. Look at Del Rey. Look at Susan Sly. Look at Angelique Nori. Look at, Lisa DeMeo. You got to be a little bit bossy. Just going to leave that there.
So speaking about, the posture, last week we talked a lot about posture, and we talked about confidence. Knowing these tools at the Healthy Mind and Body isabody challenge, those are awesome. And those, to me, if you want to build a business, they're not negotiable, because the company gives us those for a reason. But so much of the way we set people up comes from the very first enrollment call, and having a high posture of letting them know what their experience is going to be like. And Lauren, I know you love to use the 14-day talk. I use the 14-day talk myself. And in fact, as of recently, I was even telling Chris Jackson this. I was like, I've typed up the entire program of what Tracy OMalley says. So I have that script in front of me. So when I enroll people, I can literally say step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. I'm a big fan of following systems and having things in front of me to set people up the right way. But not just having it in front of me, again, with that posture, with that confidence and that conviction in my voice of letting people know, here's what you're going to experience, and here's how your Isagenix journey is going to start for your first 14 days. Because I love how Tracy OMalley puts it, Lauren. She says, it's not just about signing people up on a business pack or a value pack or a 30-day system. That's not what we do here. Our job as leaders is to cast a vision and bring people into our vision and let them run with that and be there to support them at 200%. So let that sink in for a second. Our job is to truly cast a vision. And a part of that vision is letting them know, like, hey, here's what even your product experience is going to be like. So grab a pen, grab a piece of paper. I'm going to go through this with you guys. And whether you're a fast typer, whether you're a fast writer, I want you guys to know the verbatim of the steps to set people up correctly. So going through it, let people know, hey, day 1 through 4, you might be feeling a little bit weird. Maybe you have a headache. Maybe you're super hungry. You might not really like me. You might think, hey, Quinn, you're crazy. I'm doing these 2 shakes a day. I'm just figuring it out. Like, when do I took my Isoflush in the morning. No, don't do that, right? Let people know, hey, day 1 through 4, we're really just getting your body accustomed to this. But as soon as day 5 comes, the fog's gonna lift. Your hair's gonna be shiny. If you had hair, I don't have hair, right? But my skin's nice and shiny. You might even drop a couple pounds, a couple inches or 2, and you're gonna start feeling really, really good. You're gonna wonder, hey, is this stuff legal? And then by the time day 7 comes, after you cleanse, you're gonna be feeling better than you've ever felt. You might even be like, hey, like, how do I get more of this stuff? You might be freaking out because you've already gone through a full canister of shakes at that moment. And you're like, do I have enough to last the whole month? Trust me, you do have enough shakes to go through the whole month. We've got you enough, but we're gonna keep you going. Isogenics is a lifestyle, and I promise we're gonna keep you feeling like this forever. So then this is where the magic comes in, okay? Day 10, you're like, okay, my husband's asking me, what am I doing? He's like, keep doing this. You're a better person from it, right? Maybe it's your wife, maybe it's your mother, maybe it's your friends around you. And this is where things start getting really, really fun. It's when we get to day 14. Day 14 is when the most impactful conversation comes into play. Because at day 14, let me just go to my notes here real quick. Make sure I'm saying this right here too. Day 14, without even trying or opening your mouth, people are going to start noticing a difference in you. They're going to notice a difference in your glow, your hair. Your spouse is going to ask you, hey, whatever you're doing, keep doing it, right? So this is your opportunity to open your mouth and share. Tell people that you love and you care about the most, that you want to feel like this. Tell them what you're doing. Don't be stingy. There's people's dreams that this box can live out. This box can literally help people with their dreams. People are going to want to know what you're doing. So simply say, who do you know that you would love to feel like this? Remember, Isogenics has a 30-day money-back guarantee, so there's no risk involved. And I encourage you to bring groups of 3 together. Do it as groups of 3 so you have accountability partners. Bring your mom, bring your sister, bring your brother, bring your best friend, bring your workout partner. Let's start them all together. And if they don't like it, again, Isogenics has a 100% money-back guarantee. If they don't like it, we can put everybody on the phone with Isogenics and send it back. They can all get their money back. But I promise you this, that won't happen. Chances are they're going to fall in love with it, and they're going to see great results too. So that's casting the vision the right way and letting people know to bring their communities with them. Lauren, do you have anything to add to the 14-day talk? I know you apply it really, really well.
No, I think everything that you're saying is super, super, super awesome. You guys, and it comes from Tracy OMalley, and she's trained the company how to do that. But there's a couple things that are happening with it. Not only are you sounding like an expert or comfortable that there's a possibility that the first couple days could be tough, right? Because then if something happens, they don't doubt you, they're not mad at you, they're not scared because you were able to do that for them, but you're also forward thinking that it's going to work and people are going to ask about it and, preparing that for them. The new thing that I've been doing that just kind of took this to one other level that I've learned is I ask people what's the best way that they would like me to communicate with them. I would say, do you prefer email? Do you prefer text? Do you prefer Marco Polo? Do you prefer to get on the phone with me? Because if I don't hear from you, I'm going to assume things are good. If I don't hear from you, I'm not going to assume that you're a mess and you drank Ionics instead of Cleanse and are doing 1 scoop shakes. Like, I don't know, right? And that has been something that I would just say has really kind of taken it to the next level because people respond to that. Not only that you took the time to ask them kind of, what it is that will work for them. But that they're also like, you're actually honoring it, that you're getting to know them individually, but they feel less stressed by it. Like some people are so overwhelmed with Facebook notifications that another Facebook message is so impersonable and they overlook it. Right? Or some people really are just busy and they don't want to get on the phone, but they love a quick little text message or if they can, ask you a couple questions. And some people are really loving Marco Polo. Like I had a girl that was super confused in her box. So we were like literally doing the video thing and I could like show her back and forth. So I think just asking them, and sometimes one other level, and I got this from Rebecca Cafiero, not only what is their best style of communication, but time. You know, would you prefer me to reach out to you in the morning? Is night better? Like, is weekends better? And just keep track of that, you guys. And this is a perfect segue into the new associate interview, which was the last thing we were going to cover tonight. So we talked about isabody, talked about healthy mind and body. Quinn just talked about the 14-day talk. And the new associate interview, if you Google that, you guys, from Isagenix, you'll find the template. Quinn asked me the other day when we were prepping for this call, and he said, do you use the interview? And I said, I have not created my own questions except for the one that I just told you of, like, what's the best way for me to communicate with you? But I've eliminated a lot because I think it's really long for most people. But some key questions that are in there. And I want you guys to get in the habit. If you enroll them, you set up this call. Like, if you enroll them, you're going through the new associate interview within the first week. So like, if I just enrolled Jen right now, or I just enrolled Quinn, I'm going to say, hey, let's set a time to talk next week, because there's some things I want to ask you to get to know you on a deeper level. You know what I mean? After you use the products and everything, so that I can coach you the best way possible for the next 90 days, right? And again, I'll say 90 days, not 30 days, because it's not a 30-day system, right? Because the lifestyle, like, I'll start to say things like that. But the new associate interview, I asked what I just told you is the best way to communicate with them and the time that they want it. I asked them, are they committed to auto ship? I talked to them about 4 core events. You guys, building people to events, even if they don't want to be business builders, is so huge. I always say, you know, Isagenix has these amazing conferences. They have concerts. They're full of personal development, personal growth. You're going to be surrounded by the most amazing people, like crazy inspirational stories. I'm not telling them if they go, they're going to become an Isagenix millionaire, right? I just want them to get there. And I'm like, the next one's New Year's kickoff. We've got like 85 people going. You would absolutely love it, right? Or after this event, I'll be like, oh my gosh, we're going to, you know, Nashville this summer for celebration. But so I that's the conversation when I start building 2 events is in there. And then I ask them and I say, you know, inevitably you're going to become a walking billboard. I mean, I've created over 10,000 raving product fans, and people love these products. I mean, you literally can't keep your mouth closed once you feel ignited like this. But I want to know, when people ask you about this, right? Or when people are curious about your transformation, are you wanting to just refer them to me, you know, because you don't ever care about residual income or supplemental income? Is this something that you're interested in doing part-time? And if I give you a couple tips here and there on how you can earn a few $100s, maybe $1,000 a month, does that benefit you? Or if, you know, time and money were of no issue and you really wanted to take, you know, control of your life, change the trajectory of your life, is that something that you would want to know how? If you could do this full-time, replace an income, retire a husband, is this something that would interest you? And I kind of get their buy-in. And based on that answer, right, you can kind of peel the layers of the onion back just a little bit. And ask questions like about their why. And that's really where I leave it, is trying to figure out what that is. So if someone's like, oh no, I'll just refer them to you, I might try and peel back, because I don't know anybody who can't benefit from supplemental income. And usually when people say that, it's because they don't think they have the time, right? They don't think they have the skill. They don't want to sell anybody. Like, there's a reason why they're thinking they can't do it more than they don't want it. So I'll say things like, oh my gosh, that's amazing. Do you really get to say yes to everything you want to in your life all the time? Like, that's awesome, you know? And I'm trying to get them to tell me no. I was like, so for real, because I just have to leave this here. You know, if there's nobody in your family budget that could benefit from $10,000 in the next 6 months, like, if that could happen, like, you don't want that, right? Like, and I get to try and figure out, we'll say, well, yeah, but I'm really busy, or no, I just don't have the time, because you can start to get the objection of why they don't want to do it. And if they say, oh, that's cool, like, yeah, I'll definitely refer some people. If you can teach me, you know, I want to make a few $100s. I start to ask them, what would you do with it? I'm like, if you could have $1,000 in the next 30 days, what would you do? Like, why is that even important to you? And I'll lead into the you share, they share, because we're going to map out how to earn $1,000 in the next month. But I have to know why they want it, so that then they're going to work for it. And if they're telling me number 3, that's usually when I invite myself to share the story. I'm like, is it okay if I tell you my story? And then I say, you know, what are the things you're willing to give up? What are your sacrifices? Like, why are we doing this? Really getting to that why, and then going into it. And so I don't go through the whole thing, you guys. I literally just scripted that my like 8 questions or whatever that I use. But stop assuming what people want and don't want, and just ask the questions. Like, no one's ever been offended that you took the time to get to know them. And if they are like, yeah, no, I'm good, it's just not for me, cool. Then you're back into the 14-day talk, you know, and you've already been on day 5 and they feel amazing today. They pushed through that initial headache. And if they are saying something else, right, and you're starting to get to that, you have your first little bit of like how you can hold that mirror up to their face when things get challenging, right? When they get their first objection, when they have their first secret launch party, and you say, hey, remember when you said this would, really be helpful for you? Like, let's keep going. Like, I got you, like it doesn't happen overnight, and, pouring belief into them and all of those things. So if you're using the interview, you're getting to their why, you're getting to their pain points, you're talking about events, you're getting just to know them, about how to communicate with them. But I absolutely would encourage you guys to do it. If you're what I call a sponsor monster, and what I mean by that is if you look in your back office and there's more percentage of inactive people than active people, right? Like start using these tips. Start spending more time with the enrollments up front, because a lot of you are so afraid to push them, or so afraid that you think you're bugging them, that you lose them. And by the time you've learned this and you try and go back, they're over it. It's happened. Too much time has happened. That if you can start to just be really proactive and start these conversations from the very, very beginning, you'll see that you build trust, that you build rapport, that that there's a lot of ways that you can keep them going throughout the journey. And the last thing too, in that new associate interview, is sometimes I'll ask them, hey, I don't know if you've had a chance to look at the catalog, or I don't know if, on our product page, if you saw something that you're curious about, if there's something that maybe didn't come in your value pack or didn't come in the premier pack, but you already are like, ooh, next month I want to order that. And I start to talk about consultant, because I like to create them fast. They say, you know what, if you grab 2 people in the next 7 days, I'm going to send that to you, my gift. And I said, we all need accountability partners. I said, it's a 67% increase of having success if you have accountability partners. I'm going to just gift it to you, because I know that we don't eat alone. We don't shop alone. Like, who's going to cleanse alone? And so I find out, and some people say, well, what else is there? Like, what are the things? I talk about the bamboo scrub, I talk about the eye cream. I talk about the greens. I'll talk about ants, based on the kind of their goals, the sleep spray. And I thought, I can't wait to mail it. Like, and I'll hold an envelope, a lot of it's Zoom or something. I was like, I've got your envelope. It's addressed. I'm ready to send it. How fast do you want to grab your 2 accountability partners? So just kind of getting to know them that whole time, I think, is so, so, so important. So I'm going to turn it back to Quinn to wrap us up and give you what you need to be doing tonight in this week.
Lauren, I love what you said about the associate interview and those questions. And what I found is every time I do the interview, asking those in-depth, open-ended questions, I find things out about my new associate and my new partner that I would have never known before. Every single time.
Totally.
And it winds up being a phenomenal conversation. They love it. I love it. We're on the same page. And it takes all the guesswork out of the relationship.
You guys set timers with this, though. It really can be done in 15 minutes, but no more than 30. Like, some of you won't do it because you think you don't have the time. Don't let it be an hour conversation. You still demand your time. You can literally say, hey, I got to go. Like, I have an appointment. My next call is coming in. Like, really honor your time with this, that you're not like 2 hours with each one, because then you won't do it.
Yep. And it's so important, too. And don't skip this step. Eric Worre talked about, Lauren, when we were at Influencer Summit, how important this step is. And going through these series of questions. And I promise you, if any of you guys want to go to the top 1 or 2% of this company, that's got to be a non-negotiable, is to go through these steps that Lauren and I just gave you. So wrapping it up, looking at this, okay, call to action. What are some call to actions that we can do to go crush this week and capitalize on December? Again, none of us are taking December off. That's why we're here. All of our intention here is to go create 2 consultants, either Go Manager for the first time or Go Manager for the second time. So my call to action for you, and I'm big on this. This is the way I lead my business. This is the way I train the people that I mentor and the people I work with the most, is go find partners this week. Call to action, go find partners. And what I want to invite you to do is look at that in a couple different ways. Number 1 is somebody that you could see yourself working with day and night, that you trust, you like, you respect, that you want to be on your team. That you see all these great values and these great behaviors, and they have integrity, and they're a hustler, and they're a go-getter, and they're goal-oriented, right? All those things. Everybody has those people. How many of you guys, just show of hands, you could think of somebody at the top of your head right now that you're like, hey, I want them as my business partner, okay? Then I want you to line up people that you believe would be raving fans. So maybe they're not ready to go all the way into Isagenix, but you know that they would be a phenomenal raving fan and they could easily help you grow your business. Identify those people. Now here's a step. Those of you guys that apply this, you'll do very, very well. As I encourage you, because if you raised your hand and you know those people, chances are you have their phone number. How many of you guys would agree? Raise your hand. You have their phone number of the people that you want to keep them up, okay? Marie, you need to take a screenshot of this. If you have their phone number, pick up the phone tonight and call them. And for example, if Lauren is on that list, I would pick up the phone and I would say, Lauren, how are you? Happy holidays. Hey, do you have a quick minute? Yeah, sure. What's up? Hey, I'm starting a new business. I'm really, really excited about it. I'm going to go big with it. I thought of you because you're a people person. You love health. You love fitness, and you're a goal-getter, and I know you could crush it with me. Is there time you and I could meet for a cup of coffee this week and I can show you what I'm up to and what's in it for you? That's it. That's how I built my business. That's how I continue to do it, is picking up the phone and calling people and sharing with them why I thought of them, and then simply setting up a time to talk. Now, if they're not within driving distance to you, set up a Zoom call. Set up a 3-way call. Use the tools that we've given you. And I promise you, they're not going to enroll from the tools or any of this. They're going to enroll because of the conviction and the passion in your voice and what vision you cast. So get in touch with your heart of what your dreams, what your goals, what your visions are, and tap into that. Get into that state and then call them. Because I promise you, it'll be the best thing you ever did. It'll be the best thing you ever did. And you'll learn how to grow this business, and you'll learn how to bring on partners, and you'll go to the tippy top of this company. So that's the call to action. Go find partners and watch how fast they go consultant, because you've showed them every track. You've showed them the tracks to executive. So consultants is a little piece. So a manager for you, it's a done deal. That's how Lauren and I went manager quick. Go find people, run. Go find people, run. So that's your call to action, guys. I love you all so much. Thanks for jumping on, and go be great. Finish the week strong.
You guys are awesome. If you know one of those winners, don't tell them, please. I'm like, they need to invest in this time the same way you guys did. So if they're on it live, they've already messaged Quinn and I. We got a couple, and if not, till tomorrow night to listen to the recording. But don't message your friend to be like, hey, by the way, XYZ. Like, we really want to reward the participation and the involvement. And if you guys are invested the time, make sure that they are doing the exact same thing, and just keep up the energy. The call to takeaway post is up. You're going to keep seeing day 9, day 10 with a curriculum is already created. I'll stick the flyers in every morning, and just keep up the great job. Really, really appreciate all of you. Super fun.
Thank you. Have a great night.
Bye, guys. Good night.
Bye, guys.